You ever heard somebody say, I'll try? Well, trust me, I get it too. That is so negative. And most of the time, you're setting yourself up for failure. So today we're going to talk about ways to change those initial mindsets to take that I'll try out of your headspace so you can start getting more results because you're going into it with a better situation. Understand, you're setting yourself up for failure with this I'll try. Get that out of your brain. Before we get into the antidote, do me a favor. Be sure to subscribe. Make sure you take your Thor hammer and bang that notification bell so you can always get notified when I drop a video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and drop a comment in the comment section and let me know how you feel about the video. Let's get into the antidote. Because today's topic is going to be based off of motivation. The reason one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. That's right. Today I am trying to move you, dosers. And I don't know if you guys saw the topic of today's discussion, but let me tell you, it got me in my feelings. I had a realization. I had an epiphany come about. And I want to share it with you guys. There's this saying, you guys may have heard it. Maybe you may have even said it yourself. But there's this saying that really just gets under my skin. It is mind-boggling. And it just irks my soul. Remember we talked about soul yesterday, letting the soul glow? I'm not going to hit the high note again. You're going to have to tune into yesterday's show to get that antidote. But I want you to realize one thing. I don't think you really realize this when you say this, but you need to realize this. I'll try is an open invitation to failure. Now, one thing I want you guys to realize is that failure is going to happen. I'm talking about the end result being failure, not learning from that failure. When you say things like, I'll try, usually when you say it with this kind of negative connotation to it. Like, I'll try. Hey, I need you to do this. I'll try it. Hey, I really think you should try this. I'll try it. Like, you just don't know how much negative connotation is in that. Like, it's like you're saying, okay, let's go fail. It's like, here's the deal. Fail because you took risk. When you take risks like that, you don't have the same I'll try. It's like, all right, I'm going to try this. Like, there's a difference between I'll try and I'm going to try this. There's a big difference between the two, and it all has to do with your mindset. So today we're going to talk about switching that mindset up a little bit so that this whole I'll try thing, you'll approach it in a completely different manner. Let's get into the antidote.
Today's topic is based off of execution. It's a noun meaning to take action, to put a plan in motion, and make things happen today. Stop talking and start doing.
All right. Today we're going to talk about tips to eliminate trying, right? We're not going to be talking about trying. We're going to be talking about doing. If you're going to try something, you're going to go into it with a different method. You're going to just do it. Like, that's why I love Nike so much. Just do it. Number one, change your initial intention. I'll give you an example. I told someone that I needed to do something that I knew was going to be new and uncomfortable to them. And their initial reaction, like, I just watched their body language, because you know it's the biggest form of communication, right? It's not the words that come out of your mouth. It's not even your tonality or inflection of your voice. Like, that has something to do with it. But the biggest indicator of communication is the body language, how you respond physically to what happens, what your facial expressions look like, what does your posture look like? Do you do one of these? You just hunch your shoulders down? Do you roll your eyes a little bit? Do you kind of look down in a way? I told somebody to do something that I know was going to be very uncomfortable, and they kind of did this look to the left, like, I guess I'll try it. I'll try it. It's like the original intention was like, I'm not really feeling this, but since you the boss, I guess I got to do what you say. Like that was the original intention. You need to throw all of that out the window. Just throw it all out the window. When somebody is going to say something to challenge you, and you know that there's growth involved, and you know that you're a little bit afraid because you haven't tried this before, change your original intention from thinking, I'm not really feeling this, to, you know what? I wonder what could be. I wonder what great things may come from this. I wonder what I can accomplish by doing this. If you change your original intention, you will go into it with a completely different mindset of achieving success as opposed to expecting to fail. I hope somebody hears me on that. Mr. Zach per tweet, can I get it?
Hallelujah.
It's all about intent. And that's what's really important these days. Are you going into situations expecting to fail? You probably don't realize it, but you don't understand the way that you're thinking, how that has a big effect on the outcome of what you're trying to do. if you don't go into it expecting to win because of whatever may have happened in the past, or we've always done it like this, or why do we need to change or switch this up? If you're going into it with that kind of mindset, you're going into it with doubt already. So why don't you change it and instead of having that pessimistic mindset and thinking like negative Nancy and terrible Todd, how about you go into it with an optimistic mindset of, y'all remember back in the day, like if you're an early 80s, late 70s baby, you're watching TV, there's things that make you go, That's what you should change your original mindset to, You may be onto something. This may make sense. I think I'll try this out. That's what you need to change your mindset to. Number 2, make maximum effort non-negotiable. Now, we talked yesterday about the intangible items that I love. I love hustle. I love grinding. I love willpower. I love grit. I love anything. I love tenacity. I love anything that is going to inspire you to keep on going strong. Effort is such a small word, but it has such a big impact. Effort. If you would just apply a little bit more effort, actually, forget a little bit. If you just applied maximum effort and gave every single thing you got, I'm talking about the people, you ever heard the phrase like blood, sweat, and tears? Are you willing to put that blood, sweat, and tears? And Eric Thomas says something called sweat equity too. Crap, I didn't even upload the picture. I'm talking about yesterday I was drenched in sweat. I mean, yesterday I worked on my legs, which is the largest muscle in your body. And when you happen to work legs, you're going to sweat a little bit more. After I finished legs, I got on that Peloton bike, and you know what I said? I said, what was my record? I got a little scoreboard right behind me. I said, what was my record for a 30-minute? I'm about to go attack this record. And let me tell you, I haven't been on my Peloton. I started back on January 1st, but the last time I think I got on it was October. And so, I lost a little juice, lost a little energy, lost a little strength, but I'm getting it back. And although I didn't get my record, let me tell you, after working on your legs, lifting weights, and then getting on a Peloton, my legs was dead. But I promise you, I came really close to it because I put a lot of sweat equity in there. I approached that thing with maximum effort, and my strength may not be where it was because remember, I was riding that thing for like 6 months consistently. Let's see. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, 7 months consistently. So I built up a lot of strength and I lost it over the course of a few months, but I came this close to tying my record. What it took me 6 months to do, 7 months to do, I came this close to the record in just 21 days. Because I applied maximum effort. What could happen if you applied maximum effort in your career? What would happen if you applied maximum effort in your life right now? What results? How close can you be to accomplishing some of the biggest things that you've ever accomplished if you applied maximum effort every single time? If you went into every single situation and say, I'm going to eliminate all distractions. I'm going to get rid of the notifications. I'm going to change my surroundings a little bit, or maybe I need to isolate myself. I may not have the answer, but you know what I'm going to do? Instead of stopping when I don't have the answer, I'm going to search for the answer. And if I'm not getting the desired results that I want, then I know I need to switch something up to get a different desired result. What would happen? I'm very curious. What do you think would happen if you gave maximum effort? Let me ask you, just to even begin with, let's back it up a little bit. How much effort are you truly giving your career right now? How much effort are you truly giving your family right now? Like, be honest. Put a percentage behind it. Are you giving 70? Are you giving 80? Are you giving 50? Be honest with yourself, because in order to move and progress forward, you need to really take some self-analyzation and realize where you're at. Because to figure out where you need to go, some of you guys don't even know where you're at right now. Some people think you're doing a fantastic job, but if you did a self-evaluation, looks like you need a checkup from the neck up. Just putting that out there. And don't worry, this isn't me criticizing you or judging you. This is me trying to help you. If you don't evaluate yourself and figure out where you're at, you'll never get to where you're trying to go. But I can tell you the difference between where you're at now and where you're trying to go is maximum effort. You won't get there unless you do it. I don't know anybody that lazily made their way to success. Just putting that out there. Last but not least, numero tres, obliterate the word fear. I created an acronym a while ago. I said it stood for false evidence appearing real. Now, there's a bunch of acronyms out there. I made up that one myself. I didn't Google search it or none of that stuff. Came up with it myself. That's right. Maybe somebody said it a long time ago, but in my mind, I didn't research it, so I came up with it. Let's talk a little bit about false evidence appearing real 1 second. The biggest ticket item is the things that we are afraid of don't even physically exist yet. Like, some people are afraid of failure. Some people are afraid of success. Here's the deal. Let me just put this out there in case nobody else has given you the memo yet. You're gonna fail. Anytime that you're trying something new that you've never done before, you're gonna fail. But that is not gonna be the end result of it. We're talking about temporary failures. We're talking about setbacks for a comeback. We're talking about like long-term solutions. Like, just understand that when you are literally like, if 2020 is your year and you say you're gonna do something that you've never done before, understand that there's gonna be some roadblocks that's gonna come your way. There's gonna be some toughness that's going to come your way. What you have to do is embrace the suck and expect it, because it's going to happen. This false evidence, these false pretenses, these things that you have in your mind that just send negative signals to your brain, understand that a lot of them aren't even real. They don't even physically appear in your life. You're setting up mental roadblocks that don't even exist yet because you're so afraid of what could be. Remember, number one, change your original thought process and go into things talking about, I'm going to slay it instead of just lay it. I'm talking about like slay it. Like, somebody type it in the comment section, slay. Go into it expecting and knowing that you probably going to fail a little bit. It's going to be a little bit rough, but you're going to get past it. The biggest issue, I promise you, the difference between the successful people and the ones who are not, is the people that aren't successful, once they get into that roadblock, they don't know how to get past it. They don't know how to get around it. They keep looking up and they say the mountaintop is too high. They look to the left and the right and they say, this is like that wall from Game of Thrones. It just doesn't stop. It's like the Great Wall of China. How long until this thing ends? Forget it. It's not worth it. The difference between the people who fail and the people who are successful is they don't care how high the mountaintop is. They're in it for the long haul, not the short haul. And that's another big ticket item right there. If you didn't get the secret sauce, too many people are trying to seek the short, easy route, the elevator to success. They're trying to get rich quick. They're trying to figure out what's the best way, what's the quickest way, what's the fastest way. And I promise you, the people that have made it will tell you there is no short-term solution to infinite success, to infinite, like, being at the mountaintop. You can't do it in this amount of time. And I know some of us millennials, we look and see that we have such an abundance of resources available to us. We just want to go straight to Google, YouTube real quick. How can I get this? How can I get this? How can I do it real quick? Okay, no, that's going to take too long for that. How can I do it faster? Understand that this is called a process. It's progress to a process. It's not going to happen overnight. So let's go ahead and did I even bring the recap in? There we go. Well, that was to tap into your soul. Remember, we talked about soul glow yesterday. But this number one, change your initial intention. Go into it with the mindset that you are going to succeed at this thing, as opposed to, I'll give it a shot. You're expecting to fail when you say it like that. Come on, change your intention. Number two, make maximum effort non-negotiable. I need you to go all the way in. I don't need you to part-time anything. If they were hiring part-time, go work at McDonald's or something like that. I don't even think they hiring part-time, but they want you to go all in. Don't do anything. Have this mindset of what could be if I literally gave it my all. You may be surprised. And last but not least, number three, obliterate this fear. It's false. It's not even real. It doesn't even exist yet. Quit putting thoughts in your head that don't even exist. Just go all in and just do it, man. Well, check out my website. It's kind of cool. I pay for it, so you might as well. It's markissstone.com. It has all my social links, my YouTube channel, to save you a whole lot of time. The About Me section is pretty deep. You get to know a little bit more about my story, but you guys know the best way to check me out is live, Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time Zone on Facebook Live. Just search for The Daily Dose Show. Make sure you hit the one with the thumbs up and the three dots underneath. Change your following and notification settings so you can get past all of Facebook's algorithms. They want to make sure you don't see the dose and get your antidote. Come on, what kind of foolishness is that? But you guys know, in case you come fashionably late or you don't feel like waking up that early, YouTube is the best way to catch out the replay because you save a whole lot of time and get straight into the antidotes. And this is going to be the one that you're really going to share out to your friends, your coworkers that really needs to hear the message of the day. Make sure you subscribe and hit the Thor hammer notification bell to always get notified when I go live. Check out the outro.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose. I hope you got your antidote today. Your daily dose of positivity, inspiration, and motivation. Check me out every Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time Zone on Facebook Live. And don't forget to Hulk smash that share button.
I do what I do from the heart and I don't expect anything in return. I'm a kid from the south side of Chicago that's here to make the world smile and change people's lives. Y'all have a fantastic hump day. Peace.